Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special summit, International Women's Week, International Women's Day Celebration Week here at Beautiful Faces Going Places Women's Success Network. I'm Carol Dockum, the CEO and founder, and I am actually co-hosting this event with Angie Snowball-Thompson of Living in America. She is amazing. If you haven't officially met her, I had the privilege of meeting her about a year ago. We met up for a happy hour and discovered that we had so much in common, having lived internationally, both of us as expats, and just kind of hit it off. And I think that's what we do, you know, when we meet other amazing women, like-minded, we just kind of hit it off. She invited me to her very first International Women's Day workshop that she hosted here in the greater Ohio area, Cincinnati, Dayton area. And I was a guest, and she was just amazing. And from that day forward, we've just been in alignment, if you will, and we both came up with the idea of, hey, why don't we celebrate International Women's Day here in the USA as well, and celebrate women around the world who are impacting their families' lives, their local communities, and making an impact in their businesses as well. So here we are today to celebrate International Women's Day, March 8th. I would love to share, what's that? I would love to share that it is also National Women's History Month, and you know, it is all about celebrating women's achievements, equality, and opportunity. So thank you so much for joining us here. We have an impactful week, and I am now going to pass the mic over to Angie, and she's going to share with us a little bit more information and the agenda and what to expect.
Thank you, Carol. So yeah, thank everyone for coming today. And I know it's going to be a long week and we all have busy schedules, so we really, really appreciate your time. And like Carol said, this is kind of important to me because about a year ago, as Jane and Deborah and a few other people know, I almost didn't do this. I almost gave up on living in America because things were not going the way I wanted and I wasn't sure where to go with it. And then I met Carol and she said, sometimes you just have to do it. And I thought, she's right. I'm just going to start and then we'll figure the rest out later. And to think of where I am now a year later is truly absolutely unbelievable. So I reached out to Carol and said, we have to do it together this year. You're the reason I'm here. So my second annual is going to be you and I together. So really special time for us. And we are hoping that each and every one of you gets as excited and does something as awesome as we had happen to us this year. So that's kind of why we wanted to do it. I'm going to share the screen here and just go through the events of the week and some of the things that we plan on doing. So first and foremost, as Carol already said, happy International Women's Day to everyone. Oh, I was going to say, please make that happen. So happy International Women's Day to everyone. Thank you for coming. Today, of course, is our kickoff celebration. So we are all going to talk about the women who've inspired us and influenced us personally and professionally, and why, what they did, what type of impact they had. So more of a get to know each other type of day. And I would like to say this is 5 events. We know your time's important. And we also know things come up. So if there are times that you can't come, each of these is recorded. That's why Carol's recording, because you'll be able to see the things that you missed. And also, if you can't make one, please don't stop that from you making the other day. So we really want to see your smiling faces as much as possible. So feel free to pop on, and no pressure if you miss one. So today we're going through our welcome, which we've already done to a point. We are going to have a very brief introduction after I go through the agenda, where we'll say our name, country, and company. And then we're going to go into some speed networking, because that's really what a lot of this week is about, is getting to know women from all over the place, really getting to know and talk to each other. So let's start with day 2, which will be tomorrow. Day 2 is going to be all about challenges of being a woman in your country, business around the world. So what are the biggest challenges of women in business in your country? And we will have the lovely Marissa Cascarelli, which I believe is on today already. We are also going to have Omu Obalor from Nigeria. We're going to have Diana Blazentine from Lithuania. We're going to have Tanya McNeil-Weary. She's from the U.S. I noticed we do have some people from U.S., but they've either come from somewhere else or have been a million places, something like that. And then we have Wendy Holloway, who's in Italy. So we have 5 different perspectives, and it's a panel. So they're going to talk for just, 3 to 5 minutes about themselves and what they do and what the challenge of being a woman in business in their country is. And then the rest of the time is for us to ask them questions about their experience or share our experiences. And then again, the last half hour of each day will be speed networking. So moving into day 3, we're going to talk about what was a major transformation point for you in your life and how did you grow from that. Some of these are professional and some of these are personal, because Carol and I both believe as a woman in business, those two are very tightly intertwined. And if you separate them, that can be a problem, right? So we're going to talk about transformations professionally and personally. We have Faruza Fazula from Uzbekistan. We have Julia Mitusova, first mistake, from Russia, Nishat Siddiqui from Pakistan, Abby Cornell from the UK, and last but not least, we have Aruna Ramamurthy, who was from India. On day 4, we are moving into balancing life, health, and wellness, and I think each and every one of us struggles with this. This is a balance that it's always difficult to find as a woman. So some of the people we have to talk to us are Nina Bodembara from France. Then we have, who's here today, also Monica Groom, also here today already from South Africa. Amita Ghosh from India, whom I also believe I saw. Popular day for this. These guys are all here today. Maria, I'm not going to lie to you. I've known her a long time, have no idea how to say her name. Maybe Pivy can help with that. She's from Finland. And then we have Ivana Brusco from Brazil. And they'll be joining us to share their secrets with health and wellness and self-care and taking care of ourselves. We often say that's not something we do enough, is taking care of ourselves. We don't give ourselves permission enough to do that. So that will be a really fun day. And then on day 5, we are going to wrap everything up. We are going to talk about our secrets to success. We have a short video that we're going to share with you, which is another 5 or 6 women from around the world, including, I know, Italy. Carol and I have a little bit to say, Barsha Lemon, lots of different people involved from all over the world talking about their quick secrets to success. We then have door prizes. We've got some really nice door prizes. Tanya McNeil-Weary is giving away a copy of her book, Women Going Global. We also have Monica Groom, who has amazing door prizes. She's the winner of door prizes right now. Nina is giving us some products. She's in wellness, health and wellness. Carol Dockum, which sorry, I added an O to your name. You know I was in a hurry. She's giving away free membership. So you have to come. You'll get a free membership to Beautiful Faces Going Places is one of the door prizes. And I'm giving away a free private LinkedIn strategy session. So that's worth $150. And we have a lot more door prizes coming along. So come on Friday. You have to be present to win. And we'd love to have you there to wrap up our secrets to success and just takeaways from the week. Who did you meet? What might have changed for you? What was exciting for you? And that is our week. So I know that was a mile a minute on purpose, so we have more time to do this. And what we're going to do right now is we are going to start with introductions. So we want to keep this to your about 30 seconds, your name, your country, name of your company, and a woman who inspires you. And after we go around the room and get to know each other, then we're going to break out into some speed networking sessions and just develop those thoughts a little bit more. So I am going to start with, I hope you're ready for this, Anita. We were talking about going, I'm sorry, Antina. We're talking about going alphabetically. So we're going to start with Antina. I need glasses, Antina. Your name was really tiny.
That's okay. Okay, so 30 seconds going now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start.
My name is Antina van der Veen. I'm from the Netherlands. My company's name is bookstagrammers.com. And the woman who inspires you, well, there are multiple, but someone that really changed my professional life. I worked at a health insurance company for 14 years, and there was a kind of mentor to me She was 15 years older. I talked to her a lot, and at a certain point she told me, "You have outgrown this company. I think you should go on and try freelancing." And I did, and it was the best decision I ever made. And I don't think I would have had the courage to do it without her saying that to me.
That is beautiful. Thank you. Amita Ghosh. Are you with us?
Yes, I am. I was struggling with my video. It was very weird. I was on a site, but my name is Amita Ghosh, and I am located in Cincinnati, Ohio. And my company is Resolve Counseling and Consulting. I primarily focus on couples counseling and on weight loss counseling for adults. And it would be hard for me to just mention one woman. I come from a family, I'm from India originally, grew up there. And I come from a family of women that even in years past were high achievers, doctors, lawyers, professors. So I come from a long line of very, very ambitious, successful, strong women. So I would say it's all of my aunts that have inspired me. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Betty Tonsing. Are you with us, Betty?
I am. I'm here.
Okay.
Unmute. We're not ready for that ever. After a whole year doing this, we're never ready, are we? Good morning, everybody. And thank you, Carol and Angie, for putting this together. This is very exciting. My name is Betty Tonsing. I am from the United States. And I'm going to describe myself simply as a healthy living revolutionary. And I'm also a dream chaser. I spent my life chasing and living dreams. And I do that now with other people. I help them chase dreams as well. And I think everyone's number one dream is for health, because that way, if they have their health, they can chase all the dreams in their life. And I have so many women I admire, but off the top of my head, I can think of one right now, Harriet Tubman. She had to overcome, for those of you who are not Americans, this is a woman who was a slave. She started the Underground Railroad. She risked her life. She would have absolutely been killed on the spot had she been caught what she was doing, but she helped many other slaves escape to freedom at a time where everything was against her. So that's, at the moment, Harriet Tubman. So many.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So many. And to Betty's answer, I don't know if you can all see this, but I'm going alphabetically. So if you're curious when you're next, I'm trying to go as alphabetical as possible, which brings me to Miss Deborah Burkhart. You're next.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am from the United States. My company name is DJB Enterprises. Linda Vest is the lady that I aspire to be someday. She's been a mentor and a good friend, and we've worked together for years. And I do nutritional supplements. They are the Neutralites, so they're whole plant food. And I do have a wellness program that will not only help you get healthier on the inside, but also help you lose weight. And that's who I am.
Thanks, Deborah. Next, I have Grace Richardson.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Grace, and I am from the United States. My company is a Graceful Wellness Co., and I specialize in graceful aging strategies using aromatherapy and facial reflex therapy. The first mentor I have that I realized within the past several years is my mother. And I believe that everyone that God puts into your life is here to help you get through life and teach you whether to here for a reason, a season, or forever. So it's the women that have, men and women actually, that have God have brought into my life, that have inspired me to who I am today.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, we have Jane Eggerdeen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jane Eggerdeen, and I'm from the United States. My company is American National. I'm an insurance agent, And I've been in the business for 30 years, and I enjoy working with my clients to help them figure out what they want, what they need, and what will work in their budget. I focus a lot on life insurance and long-term care. And I would just have to say my mother, even though she was not in the industry that I'm in, she was a teacher. She was very inspiring and, you know, always upbeat, positive, you can do it, just try, very supportive. So sorry if I sound a little, you know, quiet, but it just brought back memories. It's like, yeah, that was her. So this is very interesting and I enjoy meeting all you. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Jane. And by the way, ladies, if something brings emotion, we're doing things right, because that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for, is to really talk about what matters. So next, Ms. Liz Hawks. Are you with me, Liz? Maybe on mute. Okay, I don't.
I am. Hi. I just had to run out of the room. My husband's on another webinar, so I'm I'm in my ears. I'm from South Africa, and I don't really have a company at the moment as you all have, but what's happened is I've done my 35 years in education and was able to retire, take earlier retirement 5 years ago. So I am absolutely passionate about education. And when I met Monica, it was like she was sent as an angel from heaven. And we get along very well. And with her image consulting and her leadership training, she just took me and nurtured and just let me pop again and realize what my value is. So after that, together with my daughter, we've started a company. We call it L&L Creations because I'm Liz, she's Lilani. So we've started a function company where we do the whole thing together. It's like your imagination, our creation. So whatever you want, we will do that for you. So we start with a concept idea. I make the dresses. She does the beautiful hair and nails and things. We together, we work on the creative setting up of your wedding or your party or kiddies party or christening, whatever you need, we will deliver that for you. So that's my passion at the moment. And I am absolutely enjoying it. Although the education still touches me, I'm still writing materials for the education department as they need and they ask for it. So that's what I do at the moment.
Wonderful.
So thank you for having me to be here with you.
Yeah, thanks, Liz. Thanks for being here. Educator is an important job, and many of us have been in that role. So thank you for being in that role too. Monica, I know that you're next and you're having audio problems. Rebecca, did you want to read Monica's bit that she gave us?
Sure. So if everybody would just take a look, you're going to find Monica. She's in a red dress with a little V front, and on either side of her image is like a red vertical line that goes up and down. And so as I read, you can connect with her and kind of capture her face. And it's an honor, Monica. So Monica is Monica Groom. And she is from LCI, which is the Consulting Leadership and Image Consultant from South Africa. She says, I admire my mother as she taught me to overcome obstacles with grace and strength. So thank you.
Very nice. Thank you. And Miss Nina, you are next. Did we lose her? Nina has one of the busiest people I know.
Oh, she's
there.
there.
She is. Okay. Well, you look muted. You don't look muted, but we can't hear you. Oh, how about now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work on this one. I was testing my Chromebook, but it doesn't work with this headphone, so I have to pick something else. Okay, just so I'm Nina. I'm from Sweden. I'm living in France. I'm in France. We call us slasher or slashers, which means we are multipreneur. I'm doing several things. I'm a trainer. I'm doing a lot of networking, and I'm also having a company with my sister called Wellness by Sis, where we're a brand partner with a company called New Skin. So we're working on helping people feeling good and great inside and out. And person that I always admired. It's I mean, have many, as many of you, but someone that I always put on my vision board is Meryl Streep, because I think she's a wonderful woman, really strong. And out of Africa is one of my dreams, to be in Africa and live there for a while. So yeah, that's definitely someone I like.
That's cool. That's kind of different. And I apologize. Somehow I missed Marissa Cascarelli. So Marissa, you're next. Sorry, we skipped over you somehow.
Good morning, everyone. Angie and Carol, thanks so much for having me. I'm fully aware that these are beautiful faces going places. Liz says she doesn't have a business and goes on to blow my mind with what she and her friend Lonnie are creating. I am Marissa Cascarelli. I am proud to be an American of Dominican immigrant parents from the Dominican Republic, married to an Italian immigrant. And my company is MC Coaching, short for Marissa Cascarelli Coaching, where I work with women in particular, speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs that struggle to be fully visible, vocal, and vital in their industry. I build confidence in public speaking skills. I am inspired and thankful, actually, that Angie and Carol asked us to think about these women. Tina Ramirez. Look up Ballet Hispanico. They are my alma mater as a former ballerina and contemporary professional dancer. Tina, in the 1960s, New York City, as an immigrant from Puerto Rico, the daughter of, she was born in Caracas, Venezuela, daughter of a Mexican bullfighter and a Puerto Rican female activist. Think about this, in the 60s, was my artistic director at Ballet Hispanico. And we were 19, 20, the company members, you can imagine. She was 53, so to us, we thought she was a dinosaur. I am now 58, proudly. And she taught us to express ourselves with passion, with purpose, and authentically, because as a dancer, we all danced, but we were unique and like no one else. And today that informs my work so much. And she really was an entrepreneur, an artistic genius, and she received the Presidential Medal for the Arts from President George W. Bush. So Tina Ramirez is definitely an inspiration forever in my life.
Wow, very, very impressive. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie.
Yeah, Miss Rebecca, you're next.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Victor, and I'm from the United States, just a little bit above Cincinnati in Ohio. The company that I have is Your Joyful Path, and it was I created it because I really wanted to empower women to step out and live the life that their heart is calling them to live, but to do so from paying attention to their inward guidance, living it from the inside out, so that they can step out authentically and powerfully as leaders and women of change. The woman who most inspires me, oddly enough, as I think about all the different women, the only thing I can think of is my 7-year-old grandniece. She has an energy and a quality about her that will not be silenced. And I truly admire that in a little one who is attending school and often is being squelched or ridiculed because she's extremely, I would not be surprised really if she makes it to some significant position as she grows older, because she knows her mind, she's definite, she's a young woman of presence and power, and she just reminds me to remember my little one, the little girl who went from being assertive and knowledgeable to being bossy and aggressive. And so just to always remember her. And so that's who has come to mind for me today. So thank you.
I love that one. That's so different. I love that everyone's person is so different too. It just goes to show us that it's really inspirations coming from everywhere. So Miss Ruth Medlin, you're next.
Hi, everyone. Carol and Angie, thank you so much for thinking ahead and putting together such a great week. I know we're all going to have a lot of interesting conversations, and you two are going to be responsible for a lot of connections, I believe, in the next 5 days. My name is Ruth Medlin. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, lately of California, but happy to be here in Cincinnati now. My business is called Ruth Medlin Consulting, and my passion is to work with brand new entrepreneurs who are ready to take the step to be successful in their entrepreneurial journey. The person I admire most, and I've said her name so often and for so long, it just rolls off the tongue. Her name is Diane Fairchild Wilson. She was my boss in my first real professional job as a human resource manager. She was the first woman in the company that we both worked for to reach an executive level vice presidency. It was a family-owned business, and she was not a member of the family, so she really did make her mark. She always was there for me through thick and thin. Sometimes you make mistakes in human resources, and somehow Diane always made it seem like it was no big deal. I know she fought for me for raises, and to this day I thank her and am very privileged to know her.
That's beautiful, Ruth. Thank you. All right. Did I miss anyone besides Carol and myself, which we'll go next, just to make sure I didn't miss anyone else? I don't think so. Ivy. Oh gosh, no, Gus, because you're pie host, huh? See, I knew I'd miss somebody. Okay, Miss Pivy.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. My name is Päivi. I'm calling from Finland, and I'm representing company Arctic Nutrition, Finnish wild food with our magical berries. The woman who inspires me just came today up to my mind. It's my NLP coach, because her story, her journey through all the changes that she had to do in her 40s, which I am right now, and like Angie and some of you know my changes during the past year. She really inspires me that the woman she became after all the struggles she had, and how you can kind of just find your new purpose and just be your magical yourself.
I love that. I love that you brought up age too, because I think a lot of us have gone through or are going through that time where we change and reinvent ourselves. Either we went from business to mothers to business, or just different places in our lives. And it's a big part of what we wanted to talk about today, is that change. That's really cool. I am going to take Carol's spot because she is the woman who inspires me. She inspired me to do this. She inspired me to keep my company. And see, there's my tears, Jane. So, so thank you, Carol, for doing this. And in case anyone here doesn't know, I am Angie Snowball-Thompson. My company is Living in America, and I am now a communication coach instead of just an English teacher, largely because of Miss Carol Dockum telling me to just stop thinking so much and just do it. So thank you, Carol, for inspiring me. And now, last but not least, by surely not least, Miss Carol Dockum.
Well, wow, Angie. I'm just going to say, I mean, I want to have a few tears here. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be your inspiration, and you've inspired me tremendously as well. That, you know, together we can do anything. So, oh my gosh, I have so many incredible women in my life, and that have influenced me in so many ways, impacted me in so many ways. And it's really hard to select one to showcase, but I really would love to say I'm so grateful to have had my husband's grandmother in my life. Years ago, she was just amazing, born in the early 1900s, and when the first time I met her, I was a young and married, and did not know how to cook, so she taught me how to cook, you know, bake bread, how to set a table, the importance of and the value of hard work, education, and family time. So I learned all of that from her, and Maureen Pelly was her name, and she was an inspiration to me of just tradition, family, and values. So yes.
Okay, ladies. Well, I think we've gone through everyone now, and without further ado, I think we're ready for some speed networking. Just want to say thank you for sharing your stories with us and who inspires you. And during the speed networking, Carol and I are both very flexible. So usually most of us have more than enough to talk about. Should you be at a loss for words, we encourage you to further talk about the women who've inspired you, because I think many of us had more than one, right? To choose one was tough. And sometimes it's even more important to talk about why they inspired us and sharing that with other people.